As has been mentioned already this evening, it's almost 20 years since CEPA launched, and I was there very close to the beginning when the entire CEPA office was not only considerably smaller than this room, but possibly even around the size of this podium, if my memory serves me right. And we have indeed, as Olena said, come a very long way, not least in the International Leadership Council. And it's a particular pleasure now that we have to introduce the award to the First Lady of Ukraine, Olena Zelenska, who is not with us tonight, that we have Annegret Kramp-Karrenbauer, former German defense minister and someone who exemplifies exactly the kind of Germany that the Atlantic Alliance so needs, really resolute, really dependable, able to step up and shoulder its responsibilities. So I'm going to ask RKK in a moment to come to the stage and introduce the award. But first of all, a reminder of the extraordinary humanitarian work that Olena Zelenska has been engaged in the ghastly weeks, months, and now years of the war of Russia on Ukraine.
The people of Ukraine continue to pay the price for Russia's brutal and illegal war. As First Lady of Ukraine, Olena Zelenska has been a commanding and admirable champion for the determined Ukrainian people, emerging as a leading voice for peace, freedom, and democracy on the global stage. First Lady Zelenska has passionately advocated for humanitarian aid to the most vulnerable Ukrainians, initiated a national mental health program to overcome the traumatic consequences of Russia's invasion, has supported the resettlement and rebuilding of lives of those displaced, aided teachers, rebuilt hospitals, cared for children and families impacted by the war, and has risen to every challenge at this unimaginable time in her country's history, with extraordinary grit, inspiring determination, and remarkable heroism. Through her work as a forceful advocate for peace and a restless defender of her determined people, First Lady Zelenska's efforts have provided an admirable beacon of resiliency that has rightfully captured the attention of the global community. Today, we honor the courage, commitment, and resilience of the Ukrainian people. CEPA stands with the Ukrainian people's fight for peace, democracy, and sovereignty, and we are proud to present First Lady of Ukraine, Olena Zelenska, with the Humanitarian Impact Award.
Good evening, and thank you for your time and attention tonight. As co-chair of CEPA's International Leadership Council, alongside General McMaster, it is my pleasure and my honor to help CEPA recognize tonight's awardees. CEPA's Humanitarian Impact Award is bestowed on individuals and institutions that have made exceptional contributions to improve the lives of others. And so many of us are quite spoiled by a life of peace, freedom, and security. We have become so used to this and cannot imagine losing it all at once. But that is exactly what has happened to the Ukrainian people. And how do you stay strong? How do you stay resilient? How do you stay human when you have to face death and suffering day by day? How can you stay strong for others, even if you don't feel strong at all? You can't explain it, But you can see it in the example of the Ukrainian First Lady, Olena Zelenskaya. There are very few people who have showed the courage and empathy required to bring the world's attention to the suffering of innocent civilians, especially young children, at the hands of Russian aggression. Ukraine's First Lady, Olena Zelenska, has met the moment and stepped in where others would have retreated in the face of truly unthinkable brutality. She has worked with other First Ladies to mobilize the international community in support of the people of Ukraine. Through her efforts, she has given voice to those who are often so voiceless in time of war. First Lady Zelenska's extraordinary efforts through the Olena Zelenska Foundation have provided medical care, education, and security to thousands of Ukrainian children. Her tireless advocacy across the globe has marshaled significant resources to preserve the Ukrainian culture and bring it to the world stage, assist wounded veterans of Ukraine's armed forces, and bolster Ukraine's economic recovery. For these reasons, and as well as many others, CEPA is honored to confer its 2024 Humanitarian Impact Award to First Lady of Ukraine, Olena Zelenska. Please turn your attention to the screen for the First Lady's acceptance speech. Thank you.
Thank you for this award. With your permission, I will view it as I do every award now, not only as a recognition for myself, but for all the people of Ukraine who are fighting against the invader that has come to our land. Because now everyone's efforts are important. Everyone who testifies about Ukraine, about our situation, who speaks about our resistance and sets their own example is our ambassador to the world. And I'm not talking just about Ukrainians now, but also about all people who care. If injustice is being done in the world, if an aggressor is destroying someone's life right nearby, killing children, families, then everyone who speaks out about it, who does not remain silent, who does not pretend that it is not their concern, every such person is a witness and an ambassador at the same time, not only for Ukraine, but for justice itself. This is the real understanding of the human consequences of Russia's cruel and unjust war, referred to in the title of your award. Thank you once again, on behalf of all Ukrainians fighting for a safe world for everyone.